Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura, and today we are rubber stamping. I'm going to share a few things, and then I'm going to get right into my project for today because I've been doing things and I'm getting very overwhelmed. So I set my timer. I only have an hour to do this. So I'm going to share quickly, show how I store them. I'm going to pull out a box that I'm going to work in and another box that I'm working, and yeah, I get to my page and do something. I'm going to learn something new today. Okay, my wood stamps are all stored in these containers. They are called the art bin, and it is a 12 by 12 container art bin, slim one compartment, and that's the name of the container that I'm using. I'm actually going to use this bin because this has my holiday and Easter in it, so I'm going to pull this one out. My acrylic stamps are out of control. I need to get them in another way, but I'm not doing that today. I just wanted to share how I store my Cocoa Daisy. These are my Cocoa Daisy. There's 3 bins. I sort it by month. So there are 3 bins. Above that I have bins that I've been collecting just from random companies. I order from Ellie Edwards. I order from Heidi Swap. I order from Studio Calico. All just different companies. I've been collecting for years and I have boxes all over the place. So if you walk around my room, this is box 12. And then I go over here, I have box 14, box 16. The reason they're numbered is because I started entering all my rubber stamps into Airtable, and so I could search and then I could find out where the item is. These are the bigger stamps. They are like huge 8.5 by 11 type stamps. They're in here. I get a lot of those, and then these are like the half size ones. And I also have down here alphabets, numbers, and planners. Look, it also says stamps down there. I have stamps. I need to get them all organized, but here is more my alphabet stamps are in here. So just stored in a box, and I just pull this bin out and bring it to my desk and work through it. So yeah, I have too many stamps. Okay, in order to rubber stamp, you need stamp pads. Yeah, so this is what I merged. I purged all my stamp pads. I originally had them on my desk where you could see them, but it was taking up too much room. So now I have all my Stampin' Up ones in here. I have miscellaneous ones and more Stampin' Up in there. I have all my distress inks in here. And then I have all of these teardrop things in this large bead keeper, and that's how I store it. I use this one a lot, and I also use my Distress Oxide, and yeah, let me share that. So this is my Distress Oxide box. I got this at Target, and I made a cheat sheet. And I stamped it 1, very heavy, then I stamped it 2, I think it's this way, and then I stamped it 3 that way, so I know the transition. So the 1, stamp it first, stamp it second, stamp it third, and now I know what color, and this is what I use to find the Cocoa Daisy colors. And in here I labeled all my stamps so I know the stamp pads, and I also, some of them, the ones that I've used, I put a Velcro on the bottom, and I put this thing on the bottom so I could use it, so I know, even though it's like marking the other one up, but that's how I store it. And then in here I started buying these Distress Oxide because you can watercolor with these. So yeah, these are the refills. So that's where I'm storing it. This box is actually full. I pulled them out for Cocoa Daisy. So yeah, so I pull them out and I put them back in. But these are actually supposed to be like this. And they all fit in this box. Well, this was perfect timing. I got 2 new stamp sets in the mail. I wanted to share how I put them into my bins. So the first thing I do when I get a stamp set is I cut this little package off. And I just do it right before the line. I just cut that out. So now I have a pocket where the stamp set comes out. The second thing I do when I get a stamp set is I use this tab punch, and I make a tab, and here is the tabs. I have a few already punched out, so I punch out a few at a time. So I have, let's just grab whichever one it does. Let's do December. Do I have any red ones for December? I'll put it in pink maybe. Let's do a pink one. So this is December captions. That they were out of stock and I ordered it. Looking for a pen. So I would write on the tab, if I can find the pen here. Okay, so on here I would write December captions, and in the back it's 2022 is supposed to be, but I got it in 2023. But so I just write 2022 on the back. And what I do is I take this paper that's already in there. I'm going to take a stapler and I staple it on. So I'll do that for each set. And then I categorize it into a bin, and I will put it under, probably in December. I'll put it in a bin under December. So this one, I don't remember the name of this kit, so I'd have to look it up. But I do the same thing. This is Stamp Society, and this actually tells me February 23, which is awesome that it tells me. This is from Heidi Swapp. This one is also from Heidi Swapp. So what I do is I take the thing off the top. Now the stamp set comes out. I put a tab on the top. This is, I don't know the name of the stamp set, but I would write the name of the stamp set on the front, and on the back I would write February 2023. And actually it's Stamp Society. Stamp Society. So that is what I'm putting on there. I take the cardboard that's already in here, and then I would enter this into Airtable so I could find it again. And when I enter it into Airtable, I would write exactly what's in this stamp set. So good stuff, totally, don't forget. And then I use Airtable. I'll search for something. Say I'll search for Memory Lane. And any stamp set that has Memory Lane in it will pop up. And this is one, it says right there, Memory Lane. It will pop up. And then I can find it. And then I also label what box I'm going to put this in. So this is a big stamp set, so I usually put my Stamp Society in box 14 or 16 because that's the bigger box. So that's how I store that. Okay, don't mind my room. I still have Christmas stuff up. But I've been a Stampin' Up! Consultant for many, many years, and these are the markers. I have the retired colors in here and the new colors in here. So I pull from here as well. This is above my desk. Yeah. So that's where I have those. Okay, I pulled out my holiday bin. I have some cool ones in here that I haven't seen in years. So let's see. Mainly want to do some Easter stuff. So I see some Easter stamps I want to use. That's a cute one. Look, the end. Slippers. Oh, I like this bunny here. This is really old. This I mounted myself. Look how cute that is. I mounted that myself on a block. Okay, yeah. So there's the Easter bunny. Oh, this is cool. This is an Easter bunny looking through. This is like a doodle one. That's pretty neat. I have a bunny here. Oh, Okay, so I have a lot of stuff. That's Halloween. This is a bunny here. What else? I have Halloween in here. I have birthday. I think I'm just gonna go with, let's just make some Easter cards today. All right, I'm gonna pull out this one as well. And see how I pulled all my stamps? They're all from different kits and I mixed them up. Here is an Easter one. All right, so that's what I'm gonna be working with. Let's get started. This is another box that I have. These are background stamps, very old, from Stampin' Up. This one I actually got recently. Yeah, I always go into Michael's and I go into the clearance section, and I got this, I think, for $2. It was on clearance for like 80% off in the Christmas section. So I got this. But these ones I've had are very old. I have a floral one. I have a, I don't even know what the, let's see if they're dated. This is a paisley one. No, they're not dated, but yeah, it's a nice stamp. So I want to try to use this. And I also have, when I was purging my stuff, I have these unmounted stuff. I told you I've been collecting for many, 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 many years. I also have this thing, this tool set where I can make my own. I don't really like making my own, but I have the tools to make it. I did it in a fodder class. Yeah, so that's here as well. And I also have this. I pulled out all my favorites. These are great for using. This is using for fodder. So anyway, I pulled out all my ones that have shapes that I figured, and they're from all different sets, and I put them in these containers that I had when I purged a whole bunch of stuff. But this is what I kept. So I'm going to use the stuff from this box. I want to use my Easter stuff. What else did I keep in here? I kept the dates. I want to try to use these. This box, I'm definitely going to use that box. Yeah. Yeah, these are wood mounts, the mounting things. And these are letters from my kids, I think. This looks like a lot of N's are in there. So I kept those. And then this thing, yeah, let's try to use this thing. This, you stamp it and then you punch it, and I have the punch there and you punch out the little letters. Okay, so I'm going to use this today. And I have these date things. I don't even know. This is Carp Diem. Am I going to use it? I haven't even used these things in years. I have that one. I have this one. This one doesn't say, oh, Heidi Swap. And this one is from Heidi Swap. Okay, I'm going to try something new. I've never done this before. I searched on Pinterest, learn something new to rubber stamp. So these are my Stampin' Up! Bright markers. As I said, I have some old colors. I have some new colors. I just pulled out some spring colors, and I'm going to make a background. Let's see if it actually works, okay? So what they said to do was take an acrylic block, make sure it's clean. Mine's not like dirty. Let's do the other side. This is, because you're gonna get some spots. Let me get a wipe, a baby wipe. She said make sure the thing is clean. I just get baby wipes from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I can't spend so much money on baby wipes. I don't have a baby anymore, so yeah, my daughter's like, why are you buying baby wipes, Mom? Well, it's for stamping. Okay, so I use baby wipes to clean my stamps, and I also use it to clean my desk and to clean the blocks. All right, so this stamp I use all the time, so it's quite dirty. Okay, so it's kind of clean right now. All right, so what they said to do was take the markers, and you're going to color on this block, and then you're going to stamp. You're going to stamp with it. All right, so I'm going to do my favorite colors, which were purple. Let's see if this actually works. I'm going to do a test. So they say to stamp on it, color on it, I mean. All right, so let's do a transition of another color. And a transition of another color. This is very old. It might not even work. It looks like there's something on there. All right, so then they say to take a water bottle. Oh crap, did I even have my water bottle here? Yes, I do. Okay, here we go. I have a spray bottle, locking spray bottle. I got this from the Dollar Tree, I believe. There's water in there. So I'm gonna spray it, and then I'm gonna stamp it on the paper. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that's pretty. I wonder if you stamp it again, if it does the same thing. That's pretty. All right, so I'm gonna do the whole page and just stamp. I think you have to ink it up again. So I'll ink it up again. Maybe clean it and then ink it up again. Okay, I'm gonna ink it up again and keep going. So I have this background stamp that I got at Michael's for 80% off, and I haven't used it yet, so it's brand new. And I'm going to use my markers, and I'm just going to color in the pattern, and then what you do is you just go like this on the image, and you just color, and go through with different colors. Hopefully I get it all. And then I am going to make background. Let's just do two. Let's do green. There's no rhyme or reason for my colors. I just grabbed the pen. And got to do this quick or it dries and then it won't work. So hopefully I get the right image. Let's do some blue. I should have did rainbow colors. Missed the spots. All right, let's go back to purple. And I'm using the the brush marker part. There's two sides to these Stampin' Up! Markers. You could write. There's like a fine print. There's a fine point where you could write. And then there's a brush. Not even in the camera. But here, there's a brush. This is a fine tip. Sorry. Fine tip. And this is the brush point. Okay. I did purple. Now I'm doing pink. My timer is going to go off. I have 15 minutes left. And I probably will have to finish this later. But at least I made some things. Alright, so what I do is I'm going to take a piece of paper. I have craft paper. I'm just going to stick it on top like that. And I'm going to smudge it with my fingers. You can use a roller. Do I even have my roller here? I do have my roller, but I might get ink on it. I have my roller. Okay, you can roll it. This is a speedball roller. I use this. I've had this for years as well. And you could roll it and it's going to make an indent impression on the paper. Okay, it's very dirty, but there you go. I got some background there. That's pretty neat. Let's try wetting it. And let's make more of an impression. I have more paper here. You could use watercolor, but I'm just using regular, whatever's on my desk here. This is going to be wet though. I just wanted to get it, use up all that ink that was left over on there. Alright. So there you go. It has to dry. Or you could use a heat gun to dry it. That actually, I like that better than that. But it has to dry. Anyway, so I got that done. Now I'm gonna I just used the baby wipe. I'm still using the baby wipe that I pulled out before. I'm just gonna wipe it on here. Yes, I shouldn't use the baby wipe on this, but yeah, you can see the soap. Not good. I'm gonna have to use a paper towel. I don't feel like getting my scrubber thing. I have a scrubber thing. I'm too lazy. Some people don't even wash their stamps, and here I am trying to clean mine. Alright, so that's that. Okay, so I pulled the Cocoa Daisy colors from March. I have Faded Jeans, Prize Ribbon, Mermaid Lagoon, Evergreen Burrow, Tattered Rose, Spiced Marmalade, and Candied Apple, and Pickled Raspberry. So I just have it in this bin just because that's what I'm currently working with. I'm going to use this, and I want to stamp a whole bunch on here. Actually, I'm going to do it on here because I want some images. I think I need a light one. Let's do the marmalade. Gonna stamp a whole bunch because I want these squares, and I'm gonna do them in all different colors. Let's stamp it twice. So I got a lighter one, darker, lighter. That's cool. Okay, so I got that. You have to clean your stamp when you switch colors, otherwise it ruins your pad. All right, so let's do, this one is going to be Pickled Raspberry. I have an idea what I'm going to be doing with this, so yeah. All right, so stamp, stamp, stamp. Lighter, darker, lighter, darker, lighter. I'm going to cut them out afterwards, or do something with it afterwards. All right, so I got some pink. Let's get some blue. As I said, you got to clean the stamp. I'm just using a baby wipe. The same baby wipe, doesn't matter. Where the hell's the lid? Here. I like to lid up my things so they don't dry out. All right, so I'm gonna go with the blue now. Let's do Evergreen Burrow. My alarm's gonna go off, and I have to go. I want to do some of these. So as you said, I'm doing stamping, stamp. It looks like the same color actually. Okay, so a little more green. Let's do more. Let's do a blue one after this. Okay, clean it, and let's do a blue. The lid. Blue, blue, blue. Let's do Prize Ribbon. Prize Ribbon. This is going to be dark, I think. And I don't know what's that. This is from 2006. 2005. Stampin' Up. I don't know what kit it came from, but I wanted to use these squares. As I said, I pulled out my stamps, especially when I did my decluttering on the wood ones. I kept ones that I thought I would use over and over again. go. I'm gone. Let's do a light pink. So I have orange, pink, green. We need a light pink. Is this light pink even gonna work? Tated rose. It might be really too light. Let's see. It's there, but I think I'm stamping on my desk. Alright, so I'm stamping. I have my glass mat here, so I have to clean that. Anyway, so I did a whole page. A whole page of this. So pretty. How pretty is that? Alright, what am I going to do with it now? Test this out and see if it works. I'm going to do the Stress Oxide. I have this Stampin' Up! 2006, I believe, stamp heart, which I kept. I want to put a blue heart in maybe the orange. Look how pretty that looks. That's pretty cool. Now, I don't want to do all of them because I want to write in them, but that's pretty neat. Let's do a blue one in here. Alright, so you could do different things. Let's do a texture one. Oh, here's a texture one. Here's a texture one. So let's do blue texture on here. That's neat. Alright. Let's do a splat. Here's a splat. And I still have blue out. I think I'm gonna splat it like in the corner, because I'm gonna cut them out anyway. I want to be able to write a word in there. And I also punched out those things. Where the hell did I put them? They're on my desk. Well, here's the punch outs here. See, I lost the C, but you get the idea. See these little punch outs. I could put little words on it. I don't know where the C went. Alright, I could always punch another one. But you get the idea. That's what I'm going to be playing with. So I like that idea. Let's do here. Alright. And then you could come back. I found the C. So then you could come back and you could do like a doodle around it. Try not to move it while it's glued down. But I'm just boxing it. Just to make it stand out more. And then I would cut this out and use it on my page. Okay, so that came out pretty cool. Well, that's pretty cool. This new stamp set that I just got works perfectly on my page. I just stamped this around and I just stamped this around. And it works perfectly there. I also stamped the Christmas thing. It says cold days, warm hearts. Okay, so let's make our page. I did a lot of stuff stamping, but I wanted to reflect on something that I found today while I was searching for rubber stamps. I found a journaling prompt. So I'm going to add this to my page. I pulled out a stamp set, an old one that I had from Ali Edwards. I really like how the letters are different. So I'm going to stamp that on the page. And then I made a whole bunch of these journaling blocks. I'm going to cut these out and use them on the page for my journaling. So stay tuned, and yeah, I'll come back with my finished product. finished page. What I learned today, I searched on Pinterest, and while I was searching for a rubber stamp, new techniques or whatever, I learned some new things. I learned that I am empathetic, which means I cry when others cry. I treat my pets like humans. I can't watch news. I overthink everything. Social situations leave me drained. My emotions make me sick. Have many highs and lows, and I feel everything deeply. Then I also wrote down on the bottom here, I use Stampin' Up! Markers to make the backgrounds, watercolor backgrounds. That's this here. I also used old stamps. This is very old stamps from 2005. I can't complete a project in 1 hour. It took me way more than 1 hour to complete this. I make a mess when I'm stamping. I had stamps all over my room. I couldn't even see my desk. I do not like to fussy cut. It takes too long. I found cute bunny stamps, and I can mix kits, and I'll take one day at a time. I can mix kits. That's the mix kits. I did a really old stamp with a new stamp. There you go, right there. And I also found this in a car. We went to the car dealer, and I sat in the car while they were getting their car serviced. And that's why I put car on here, just to show what I did today. So I also made a few things. This is the backgrounds that I'm going to use with something. I stamped a few bunnies. I guess I'm going to use this eventually. I did stamp some backgrounds, which I can use, and another background. So I did a lot of stamping. I'm just going to put this in a box to use another time. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye! Spinning for tomorrow. Washi tape.